Hey IGN, I'm Jose Otero, and we are unboxing the Nintendo Entertainment System NES Classic Edition. Now this is a hot item for a lot of folks. You can't pre-order it. It looks like you're gonna have to go and buy it on November 11th when it comes out. It has 30 games on it. Just check out the packaging really quickly. You have a very retro look. You've got these stars-like background. It's just sort of the things you remember from the late 80s and the 90s when the NES just dominated. This is the first retro console Nintendo is making under a Classics label. Will there be a SNES Classic? We don't know. So let's just open this thing up. And right off the bat, you'll see Now You're Playing with Power is right here on the lip of the box, which is the slogan from the 80s, if you remember the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was a big deal. I mean, this was a little console that basically kind of picked up the pieces after Atari was done. Now you've got some stuff in here. Let's see, you got a warranty. You have My Nintendo points that you can redeem for fun rewards. Now this is the first time I've seen this on something physical from Nintendo. Mostly My Nintendo has sort of, I don't even think you get this on Wii U. It's just only this piece of hardware that I can think of. It doesn't come with Amiibo either, so this might be a shift for Nintendo there. But then you have here a nice little homage to the 80s and just that era, right? Because this whole package is about that. You'll see that there's a lovely poster here that shows the original system. It shows the Zapper. It shows Rob, the robot operating buddy that you got with it. 2 controllers and a TV playing Duck Hunt, which is a game you can't get on this system because you don't have a Zapper, but regardless. On the back, it doubles as an instruction manual just to give you the quick and dirty tips on how to plug this thing in. So pretty smart, nostalgic, like little touch, and some must-have games in that shot. So here, actually, we'll save the system for last. We got the controller, which we've already taken the plastic off. You missed that part. We're going to talk about the cable, so make sure you stick around for that because we have some comparisons to show you. Here is the USB brick that goes into the power outlet. And underneath the system, this is the system, but we're going to wait a second. We have an HDMI that comes with it, and we have the power cable itself, which it looks like a mini USB. So you have those here as well. So I'm going to throw this to the side, and we're going to get to the console. So right here you have it. This is what you came to see. It is a tiny Nintendo Entertainment System. The lid does not work. The buttons on the front are for power and reset, and they are clickable. They're very soft, very sort of different feeling, obviously, than the original system, which is much larger, and we'll pull that out in a second. On the top, we have those natural indents that you remember from the system. All the accents and the highlights are directly referencing it, with the exception of these Wii accessory ports, which were not there on the original. You'll see that in a second. Then on the back, an HDMI and the power in, which again is a USB, really easy to use. So let's look and do some comparisons here. So first, this is the original system, which is massive when you think about it. So let's just put these on top and let you take that in for yourself. This is a fraction of the size. It is so much smaller on multiple fronts, not just from the top there, but from here. So I'm just gonna tilt this towards the camera so you can see. That's serious business. And then again right here, you'll see very tiny. Really cool engineering feat by Nintendo. Now, one of the things with this system is it comes with 1 controller. You can buy additional controllers. This is what the box looks like. It is also tiny. And in this box, actually, let's just open it really quick. Looks like this is a one-time unboxing, so we're not doing this one again. You just have the system. There's nothing else in there. And this is roughly what this controller looked like before I took the plastic off. All right, so need that for player 2. Or you can plug in another Wii branded or compatible classic controller, which we'll get to one of those in a second. But this has been sort of the controversy and the thing that has some folks concerned about the NES Classic. It's the length of this controller cord. So this is meant to double though as a Wii accessory, so you can plug this into a Wii remote, and if you're playing a classic game on a Wii U, or even I believe on the original Wii, this should work so that you can play an original NES game, which is cool. So it plugs in again right here. But you'll see here, it puts the console really close by, like you have to have it relatively close to be able to play these games. Now what we went ahead and did, for the sake of comparison, is to show you how long the cord is on a Wii Classic Controller Pro, which this is an accessory that Nintendo put out with the Wii. This was one of the modifications they did on it, so it's a little bit more like a Super Nintendo. Just gonna clean up my area here, like any obedient student of what we do, and we're gonna break out some tape. So we may fast forward this. All right, so there you have it. This is the length of the cable. So the comparison is the Wii Controller Pro against the NES Classic Edition controller. And you'll see, I mean, this wasn't exactly measured, gotta be fair, but it is slightly shorter. Hence sort of the problem that you're gonna have to get your brain around if you're planning on buying one of these, which is, you know, you're gonna have to probably invest in longer HDMI and a longer extension cable just so that the power will plug in. But your other option, if this isn't enough for you, and granted the console has to be within reach because when you're playing 30 games, you have to hit the reset button. But Andrew Gofar from our news team bought this extension cable for a Wii accessory, and it is like $6, maybe $6.50, and you basically plug one end in, and you throw the other one into the system, and you get a longer cord. Can't really put my arms out that wide, but I think this will tell the story versus what you just saw a second ago. Regardless, those are your options. This is $60. It is from Nintendo. It has 30 games inside of it, including Super Mario 3, The Legend of Zelda, a really smart catalog, games like Star Tropics, Castlevania. Can't miss it. You should definitely check out our review, which will go up shortly. For everything Nintendo, you're already in the right place at IGN.